Welcome to Authors Ideas, a production of JR Global, an MJR production. This series is based on the recent Oxford University Press published book, Global Business in the Age of Destruction and Distraction. As a part of their Global Business series, Gaurav Rastogi joins J.R. Klein and Mahesh Joshi in examining and exploring the disruptive nature of today's world, and introduces ideas for learning how to cope with disruption and remain relevant. Here is your host, J.R. Klein.
Today's thinking is titled Back and Forward. The speed of innovation in business used to be slow, but has now accelerated with the introduction of new products shrinking radically. As a business acquires technology, it begins a process of technological ingestion, where the technology begins to digest the business. Technical obsolescence has become a fact in the quick-paced world of technology. At some point, all hardware becomes obsolete. The first iPhone, launched in 2007, was a game changer, but just joined the ranks of vinyl records because the design was based on a point in the cyclical renewal of technology. Any business not actively adopting or adapting to a technology company was going out of business. Technical obsolescence has become a fact in the quick-paced world of technology. The same thing is true of the workforce. Every job has an expiration date. Therefore, individual workers will have to deal with the challenge of staying relevant, which means reinventing themselves for the next round or the next iteration of the job market. What at one time may have taken 30 years for a job to transform now takes 5 years or less. Everyone in every industry is feeling the heat from this kind of transformation. Obsolescence comes from every angle without notice. It might be subtle things like a company recognizing excess management capacity, or an employee realizing their job is being done by many other people, or they are doing other people's works. It might be that a worker's ideas, once considered valuable, are now considered old-fashioned and slow down the process of changing the company. These signals impact performance and cause frustration that might be a sign of being obsolete. It's hard to keep pace with change and requires conscious reinvention. The key to the new game is to ride ahead of technological obsolescence. It is awareness of the signs and the signals of subtle changes and being flexible and aggressive in being the next relevant need in the market. People tend to mark career highs as a reference for current work or future work. Though there is some value in experience and accomplishment, it can become a detriment just as easy. The trick is not to be a used to be. It becomes a matter of thinking about the value of defining oneself in the market that may no longer find former skills and attainments as useful. New thinking requires fluidity. It requires experimenting with careers, learning new things, reinventing in a new way. This fluidity changes individual value and leads to self-realization that changes the language of internal and external dialogue. The willingness to take risks, to experiment, to be successful while risking a lot more is the definition of an entrepreneur. This is an entrepreneurial world, driven by technology and filled with people who continue to come back to challenges and identify new solutions. Reinvention is simply a question of standing at one place and looking forward and backward at the same time. The choice of looking back at a career or looking forward to making history requires a change in the frame of mind. We'll talk more about this next time.
Thank you for listening. If you are interested in more of the author's ideas, look for their Oxford University Press published books on global business, wherever books are sold. If you are interested in contacting the authors, they can be reached at info@jrglobal.co.